So what if all the KPIs that Odoo provides you aren't enough? What if you need more here? Oh, look at this. If you decided to skip my video and just look at the documentation, you may have found that it's really not very helpful at all. There's absolutely nothing there about how you set up the coding for one of these things, and the naming conventions are slightly helpful, but they really don't point you in the right direction. So I'm going to take you through, start to finish, setting up your own KPI for a digest email. That way you feel comfortable doing this. So let's first make sure we're in developer mode. Then we're going to type models, and we're going to go to our database structure here. And then we're going to type digest.digest, which is the model that we're looking for here. So for each new KPI, we're going to need to create two fields. One checkbox to say, yes, include this KPI in this digest email, and another field to actually calculate the KPI. So let's go ahead and create that Boolean or checkbox first. So we want this to be X KPI underscore, and then really whatever you want as the field name. So we're going to say custom KPI. Field type is going to be Boolean so that we get a checkbox. And then the field label, we're going to call this Andrew's Fantastic API. Okay. This label right here is actually very important because when we get our digest, it's going to be the title right here. Let's go ahead and copy this field name before we close out of this. And then we're going to add another field, and we're going to paste this field name here and put underscore value. Now this is our field where we're actually calculating our KPI here. So I'm going to put this as a float because I like to be able to have decimals, and then I'm just going to say custom KPI value. You can name this whatever you want. Then we're going to make this read-only, not stored, and not copied. So we do need a dependency, so we're going to put name, and now we need to start working on our code here. Now obviously I love you guys, so I put the code in an attachment that's in the description below, so if you want to grab that, feel free to. So I'm zooming in, and we're going to walk through this real quick. So the first thing that we need to do, because we're getting 3 different numbers for our digest email, we need to be able to get certain variables to be able to adjust those numbers. So we have a start date that comes through, an end date, and a company. So with this, we need to call a little function called getKPIComputeParameters. So that pulls that from our digest email, goes ahead and runs the code using those variables. Once we've got those variables, we're going to get a record set or a list of records to sum, to count, to basically give us our KPI number here. So what I'm doing is I'm looking for any confirmed sales, so sales that are sales orders, so my state is sale, in between the end date or our end variable, so the date order or the order date is between our start date, so it's after or on our start date, and before our end date here. And I'm going to get all of those and put this in this variable sales. If you're not super comfortable with these filters here, I've got a video that makes this much easier. You can check it out right here. So now that we have all of our sales, we're going to create a variable to hold the sum of all of our sales here. So we're going to say for sale and sales, which means for each record in this list of sales, we're going to take sales sum and we're going to add sale.amount_total, which if you don't know how to get this, the easiest way is to go into Studio, select on the column here in the list view, and I've got the technical name here, amount_total. So we're going to be adding up this column essentially. And now for our last piece, you'll want to replace this piece right here with the actual name of your field. So we're going to copy this. And then we're going to select this and paste it. So XKPI custom KPI underscore value. It was already what I wanted it to be, but we're going to set that equal to sales sum here. So now we're good on this front. Let's go ahead and save. We're going to duplicate this tab. We're going to go into our main area, type digest, go to digest emails, and then we're going to click in and go into Studio. Okay. So we're in Studio. We need to make sure that we have that checkbox in place. So we could pop back over here. Our checkbox is custom KPI. So we're going to search custom KPI, pull this over here, drop it in under sales. And now we've got Andrew's Fantastic KPI. and we'll close out of Studio. So let's click that checkbox and save. And then we're going to send now to test this guy out. So we didn't get any errors. That's a really good sign. So let's go check our email. So here's the lovely email that I got. So if I scroll all the way down here, we can see that we have Andrew's fantastic API. So sadly, we haven't had any sales in the last 24 hours, but the last 7 days look pretty good, although we're trending down. But the last 30 days look really good. So there you have it. Making a custom KPI doesn't have to be too difficult. You do need to understand Python a bit, and so you may want to check out my other videos on that if you want to go a little bit deeper with this. But as always, thanks so much for tuning in. You're the lifeblood of this channel. I appreciate it. Please stay tuned for the next video that's going to show you how to remove all that fluff in the digest email if you don't want the tips or any of the advertisements in there. Thanks.